sana.
I'm going to tell you the story while David is looking for the song. Most people they thought, how did you come across these guys and create this relationship? I think 2 years ago, it was only 2 years ago that I met with these guys. One morning, one very cold morning, I think it was around this time, about September. 3 guys all in our church in Campbell Field. Yeah, I just want to start the story, and then you sing, and then finish the story. And then they walk in, and then we have a little chat and say, where are you from? Say, we're from Vanuatu. We came here on seasonal workers program. And then I asked them, where do you live? They say, we live at Pasco Vale. So Pasco Vale, if you drive from Pasco Vale to our church, it's about an hour drive, But then I asked them, how did you get here? They say, we walked. We walked from Pasco Vale to here, 1 hour. 1 hour walk. 1 hour walk, I mean, it's very cold. But they say, we woke up in the morning, and we thought, we need to go to church. We Googled it, and the only place we could find is Campbell Field, the North Melbourne Samoa, 7th-day Adventist Church, Campbell Field. And we Googled it, how we get there. We walked. Go on taxi. We don't know how to go to the taxi or stuff like that. They just arrived a week. And that's how we started this.
Amen.
Those 3 guys, and they came the other 4 guys, and then now we have another 2 guys. So we have about 8, I think we have 10 young men, young beautiful men, young handsome men with us with the commission. And then we start the commissioners. And can you remember, if you remember our program, We Think Life, that's where we started. I tried to put together them, some of them, they came from Mildura. And some of them, they came from a place near Ballarat. But every weekend, they took a train from there to the main station, and I had to pick them up from there and bring them to our home, and we spent the whole weekend in our home. They all sleep in our living room. That's so beautiful. This is highly life. They say, hey, we went out to Samoa. Yeah, we're the same. Amen. This is how we live back in the islands. We have 20 people sleeping in a house. Amen. Amen. And that's how I met with these guys and create this commissioners thing. And then we keep on singing. They have been all in the States, all the states, except Perth. But they have been in Tasmania, Queensland, everywhere. They've been invited because they were singing in a big camp. About 1 year ago, they were singing in a big camp. And that's where all our churches knew about them. And they pick up on us. Even now, they're so busy going out there. No time with our North Melbourne Samoa church. They spend too
bet.